Welcome aboard Bus 1. We're on our way to Sudbury, Ontario, and we've got some time to kill. Let's play some trivia. Gamers, introduce yourselves.
What up? It's Connor.
I'm John.
And I'm Mitch.
So guys, as you may know, I've been playing a little fast and loose with some rules, right? But today I figured I'd do it in a more structured manner. So we have something fun and a little bit different today, because today's topic is Jeopardy.
Oh,
and
no.
Here's where things might go wrong.
I can hear the theme song playing in the background. It's going.
Can you see the Jeopardy board?
Wait, is the theme Jeopardy or are we
gosh.
playing Jeopardy?
So, listeners at home, this is going to be a little weird, but I have shared with the contestants a Jeopardy board of sorts. So the rules are a little bit different than your normal Bus 1 episode. First of all, no Googling. I'm looking at you, John. We know you with the Googles.
I've condemned myself to that.
We can't let him get a jump on us. So, the rules for today is it's a Jeopardy board. So instead of 3 rounds with 5 questions per round, we have 5 categories with 3 questions per category. Each question is 100 points, 200 points, and 300 points. And the person who gets the answer right gets to pick the next question. If they get it wrong, then it's a steal. It's just like Jeopardy. Now, here's the thing. There are not a lot of multiple choice questions because those are very hard to do in the Jeopardy format. There are a lot of number questions, but because I'm only stealing from one game show here, no Price is Right rules. It's just the closest number gets it.
Okay.
I appreciate
Fair.
that. I've been screwed over by Price is Right rules too
Price
many
is
times.
Right. Exactly. So, fun fact that I learned when researching this episode, in Jeopardy, you can't buzz in until the host says the last syllable of the word. So, no buzzing in early
Just
on
my
this
worst
episode.
nightmare of a game show.
Exactly. No buzzing in early on
I
this
know.
episode.
This is... Something's wrong.
He's making it hard for me to score. He's making me not Google things. He's making me wait patiently.
Yeah, imagine playing the game.
I can't, really.
Yeah. The last funky rule is that I'm going to ask to withhold the challenge question until the end of the episode, because it will be taking the place of the final Jeopardy, where you can wager as many points as you have in the
I
final
like that.
Jeopardy. for
That's
the
actually
challenge
really
question.
smart, and it sounds like something we should have been doing from the beginning.
But as with the rest of the games, most points wins, and that's pretty much it. So,
Okay.
any questions on that? Because it's a little confusing. You guys know how Jeopardy
I
works,
know
right?
how Jeopardy
Yeah.
works.
Oh, something I definitely should have mentioned. All answers need to be in the form of a question.
Jeopardy works.
Who is Connor? Or what is Bus 1 trivia? Or something like that, right? So if you forget
Got it.
that, I will pass the answer to the next person, and they might be able to steal it from that. So don't forget your question answers. Alrighty, you guys ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm
I am
terrified.
ready.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
I reserve the right to ask questions in the moment.
Oh, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Oh, actually, I should explain the categories, too.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
yeah, yes.
we have 5 categories today. The first one, hosts with the mosts. Talking about the hosts of the show, Jeopardy. Category number 2 is gamers introduce yourselves. Talking about all things contestants and players. Category 3 is Are You Smarter Than a Jeopardy Player? Which is made up of questions from categories that not a single person in that episode of Jeopardy got right.
Oh, no.
Category 4 is Behind the Curtain, talking about all things that go on behind the scenes of the game show. And the last one is Many Milestones. That one will be an entirely numerical question, just kind of talking about milestones that the game show has hit. So, we'll start because Connor introduced himself first. Connor, would you like your pick of the board?
I think I'm first going to say that when I saw like gamers introduce yourselves as a category, I almost thought this was going to be like a meta Jeopardy game.
Yeah, about
like, previous
It's
Bus
trivia
1
questions
episodes.
about us.
No.
That was
It's
what I
all
thought,
about the
too.
show Jeopardy. Yeah.
Okay, I do like it though. This will be fun. I do want to start with gamers introduce yourselves for 100.
Ken Jennings has the longest win streak in Jeopardy history with this many games. Connor, you buzzed in first.
I'm going to guess like 70 games.
70 games. Mitch?
What is...
Got him.
Rick, I've never been
Got
held to
him
that
right
very
off the bat.
strictly. I'm going to be so bad at that.
What is 120?
And finally, John.
What is 70 games?
The correct answer is what is 74 games. So, John, that is 100 points to you.
I would like to thank my family and
hate
also
this
Connor.
so much. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
That is
I live a
unfortunate
very
for you,
privileged
Connor.
life.
Goodness.
Hey, now you'll never forget it, though. You've been burned
Yeah,
once.
you've been
I
burned
guess
now.
so. I'm gonna forget it next question.
At
I
least you were
promise.
close.
Terrifying.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Just wait for the second answer.
Can I give him like 20 of my points?
Nah,
No.
that's,
Okay,
No.
good.
that's
I
unfortunate.
wasn't
None of
going
that.
to anyway.
But yeah.
I appreciate the offer, though.
Ken Jennings, now actually the host of the show, ended his win streak of 74 games with a total of $2.5 million in winnings. His all-time winnings are about $5 million, so that's including
Wow.
all the games he's
Is-
won and tournaments.
Is he the true host of the show right now? I thought that was passed to Amy Fairfowler from The Big Bang Theory. I don't know her name.
No, there are actually two current hosts of the show. They're
Okay, so
switching
they
on and off.
alternate.
Ken Jennings
Cool.
is one of them. Yes, but he's
And
like
ju-
Mr. Jeopardy.
Just to
Yes.
clarify, that's basically like winning Survivor 5 times. That's pretty insane.
In like,
Yeah, I mean-
in like cash or
Yeah,
He-
cash-wise.
Okay.
Yeah, you get $1 million if you win Survivor.
He talked
Dang.
about how he had to like make up stories for his coworkers consistently missing Tuesdays and Wednesdays from work because he participated in 48 episodes before his first one aired, with his streak going because you have to keep coming back. So it's kind of
Yeah.
insane. This man is insane. He almost beat IBM's Watson as well, which is very cool.
I remember that.
Whoa.
I remember that.
Alrighty, well, John, you got those points, so you get your pick of the board.
yeah, let's do Are You Smarter Than a Jeopardy Player for 100.
So, the category for this one was video games, which they kind of very much struggled with. So here's the question. In the classic video game Joust, contestants were placed upon these birds. John,
What are ostriches?
that is correct. 100
Whoa.
points.
Did you know that?
I did. I've won
Did
played
you know
Joust
from
and
Ready
2
Player One?
Ready Player One, which Aidan belonged into.
Yeah. That's how I know that one.
I haven't seen Ready Player One, I'll be honest.
It's not actually, fun fact, this is just Aiden being a nerd. It's not in the movie, which is super depressing.
Which is fine because the movie's bad, actually.
Oh, it's in
In
the
the book Ready Player One, he fights a Serac in the Tomb of Horrors, like a recreation of the Tomb of Horrors dungeon, and instead of like fighting him, he plays Joust against him, but in like the movie it's just like some race with Godzilla in it. I was a little bit bummed about that.
Yeah,
one,
I heard
but,
the movie kind of sucked.
what can you do?
It's a lot of,
Steven
like,
Spielberg, so it wasn't
nostalgia.
that bad. But
Yeah.
Well, John, that's
Okay.
your pick of the board again.
I didn't think this far ahead. Let's do Are You Smarter Than a Jeopardy Player for 200.
The category for this one is World Leaders. This was a final Jeopardy question that not a single person got right. He came to power 34 days before FDR and left it 19 days after him. John, first buzz.
Who is Adolf Hitler?
That is correct.
Whoa!
200 points.
Dude, John is kicking our asses
John
right
is
now.
kicking your ass.
Remember when I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know how I'm going to do on this one. It's an act.
Yeah, it's an all an
Jeopardy,
act.
baby. Yeah, this is the most like trivia one.
Classic Bus One theme where John absolutely dominates.
Where John just
at
gets
least
all the
starting
points.
out.
Honestly.
At
Anything
least
he
very
does.
early.
We need to nerf John, get him on the D&D episode.
Yeah,
The whole reason we
exactly.
do this podcast, the whole reason this trivia podcast exists is because everyone's just like, yeah, it'd be a lot of fun to do trivia with you guys. And I was just like, I can win. I know I can beat any of these losers. So I was just like, yeah, of course, we could do that. That'd be so fun.
Oh, yeah. Last time I checked, you've lost to me most recently.
That's somewhat true.
Somewhat true. Sounds like true to
I
me.
think Aidan is one of my few losses on this show.
And I will relish that.
You should
title.
treasure that for sure.
Exactly. Alrighty, John, pick of the board.
All right, let's do Behind the Curtain for 100.
Jeopardy runs a busy schedule, filming this many episodes per day. Mitch, first buzz.
What are 3 episodes?
John,
What are 2 episodes?
Connor.
What is one episode?
The correct answer is what are 5 episodes?
Wow.
The
Yes!
show. So 100 points to you, Mitch. The show actually films their entire week of episodes in one day.
Wow.
That's terrifying.
The
That is
host
terrifying.
and the contestants have to bring 3 outfits each, just in case. Like the host has to change one, but the winning contestant will have to change outfits because.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so
that
funny.
they all have to bring backup outfits. It's very
Yeah.
funny.
I had no idea how many games of Jeopardy aired per week, but that makes a lot of sense now.
Insane.
That really
It's an
tracks.
insane amount. Yeah.
I can't imagine
Dude.
sitting in a studio and like recording 10 hours of me trying really hard at trivia.
Well,
Yeah.
not even just that, but like the writers who have to come up with the trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about
That's
that.
hard enough doing
That's
one
a lot of
week,
trivia
yeah.
questions.
Yeah, the host gets in at like 5:15 a.m. and he leaves at 4:45 or something crazy. Like
Wow.
that after the
Well, that's one day though.
It is
I
on
mean,
a pretty
it's not too
strict
hard
time
for-
schedule though, so that's like the episodes are timed out. They just can't keep going, right?
Well, and what does the
Yeah.
host do? You sit there and like tell people they're wrong. Like that's not a hard. That's not a hard
Yeah,
job.
that's not
one
hard
day
at all.
a week. No, that's
Aiden is
fine.
doing it right now.
Yeah.
There you go. See.
This is nothing, guys. Yeah, well, Mitch, you have control of
Yeah,
the board,
okay.
man.
I got one. Let's do. I think I have good luck here. I'm gonna do behind the curtain for 200.
The Clue Crew, a team dedicated to creating the game's video clues, have traveled over 1.3 million miles to 7 continents and this many countries to record the video clues. Connor,
What is 60 countries?
Mitch,
What is 100 countries?
and John.
What is 150 countries?
Connor, those 200 points go to you. The correct answer is what is 46 countries?
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
That's not that many.
Less than I would think. I guess.
This includes all 50 states and over 300 cities.
Very nice.
Yes.
For having
Wait,
all 7
Wait, all
continents.
50 states.
That's one country.
Yeah.
That's one
Well,
country though.
They have been everywhere in the U.S. as well. 'Cause it's a U.S.
Sure.
So
Who hasn't? Me. The answer is me.
so many people. I think a majority of the world's population has probably not.
That's
Yeah.
incredibly true.
Whatever.
Alrighty. So, Connor, you will have control of the board, but because we've reached 5 questions, I have a little mini game for you as kind of our separating round 1. So, as you may know, the Jeopardy categories have some kind of like funny, punny, like play on word names that kind of tell you what the category is going to be about. I tried to emulate it here, but
Right.
I'm going to give you some of like the real punny ones, and you have to tell me what like the object of the category is, because sometimes they have like mini games. They had like a movie math was one of them where you had to like, it was like Ocean's 11 and like the Magnificent 7, and then you had to like multiply them together, so your answer, it was very wild.
That's terrifying.
But stuff like that,
Do we get points for this?
you get 1 bonus point. So everything else is in hundreds, but you get 1 bonus point
you get
per-
one. You
per
just get
one.
So it
one.
doesn't mean anything.
per one
You
that
get
you give
100th
me.
of
Hey,
a
it could
Jeopardy
push you over
point.
the edge. It could
Maybe.
push you to the edge. So I'll give you the category. You have to tell me what the category is about, what the object of it is.
All right.
So the first one is Play-Doh. You can just shout it out. Don't have to buzz.
I mean, I'd shout it out if I had any clue.
Mitch?
What is?
Oh, you don't have to do what is on this one.
Oh.
Just tell me what it is. Yeah. can
My
if you want,
first thought. I don't know why I thought this, but my first thought was like philosophical arguments.
That is incorrect. Connor,
Okay.
you have one?
I'm gonna go with it being musically related, as in like they're playing do, like the root of a chord.
Oh.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, that
John?
makes sense.
My guess was going to be weird things that like billionaires have bought with large excesses of money.
I'm gonna give that. I don't know who I might give it to Connor. It's plays or musicals involving money in the plot or lyrics.
Oh God.
So- play,
that has so many
do.
layers.
yeah.
So it would stuff like how to succeed in business without really trying. to
And
be an answer
money
to one of
from
those
Cabaret.
clues. Exactly.
How
Exactly.
not to be poor.
I'll give that 1 bonus point to Connor. The next one is The Superb Owl.
Is it like Super Bowl?
That is incorrect.
That's the pun.
Oh. But like
Connor?
in my
Mitch,
mind, that's what
Mitch,
the
are-
category is then.
Yeah.
Are they going to do? Are they going to do 5
I-
questions about just saying the Super Bowl?
No, like facts about the Super Bowl. I don't know.
I feel like this category must be related to the prestigious Purdue Online Writing Lab. Am I correct?
That is unfortunately incorrect, but it is very
That's
prestigious.
miserable.
You're
Very
giving the
good
viewers more
resource. Yeah.
ammunition there, Connor.
John, do you have something?
I'm going to explain this horribly. Is it one of those things where like they're trying to find words buried in the question? Where it's just like if you had written everything out, you could like chunk out
Yeah.
a word or phrase, and it's just that's
I know
what
what
the
you're
answer is.
talking about. It is
And it's not
that.
that. Cool.
It is just, in fact, a category about owls. However, in the previous round of the game, because you know how it's like double the points the next round, it was the Super Bowl in that spot, and then the next round it was the Superb Owl.
Superb Owl.
Okay,
So
I
it was
mean,
super
give me a
solid.
point for that. Come on, give me a point for that because I
Okay,
got
Mitch,
close.
you can
All
take
right.
the bonus point. You did catch the Super Bowl thing. Okay, third one is comics relief.
I think this one must be related to how comedians, as you would say, do their business.
While that would be a fantastic category, that is unfortunately incorrect. John?
I was going to say, like, I don't know, like art featuring comedians. Like a relief
this-
carving.
That's also incorrect, but I like what you're talking about.
Is
there.
it comedians like retiring who
No.
have retired?
I'm not gonna. I might give that to John. Art featuring comedians. It's literally just about Sunday comic strips.
Oh.
Comics.
Oh.
Yeah. But you said art, so I'll give it to you, that one.
I'll take it.
Well, we're stretching it here. Okay, the next one is I see what you did there. John?
Is this one just about puns? Is
no.
it just
Connor?
Okay.
This one is about the slushies that you get at movie theaters.
It is not, unfortunately.
No, that'd be
So
good.
many
Yeah,
options
Mitch.
there.
I was gonna say puns too, so I have no idea.
Okay, I'm not going to give that to anybody. It's just
We don't deserve
optics.
it.
It's question about optics and sight and stuff like that.
Okay.
And the final one is Sweet Tome, Alabama.
Is this about Harper Lee's classic To Kill a Mockingbird?
No, it is not.
Everyone's favorite book that takes place in Alabama.
Connor?
This one is about magic specifically performed in Alabama.
That is not correct. And Mitch?
Dang.
Is it just about Alabaman authors?
See, I don't know to give it to Mitch or John. John did say everyone's favorite book that takes place in Alabama, which the category is just books that take place in Alabama.
Oh, yeah, I give that
So
to
I'm
John.
giving that
would've
to
Give it
John
to
just
To Kill a
because he said it.
Mockingbird.
Yeah, John was the
Exactly.
closest. I
John
was
was the
close, but
closest
John was
there.
the closest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I understand.
Is there
Alrighty.
any other book that takes place? I don't think so. They should.
I don't know. There are apparently 5 because that's we
least.
got 5 questions out of it.
Huckleberry
Yeah.
Finn? I don't know.
Forrest Gump.
I mean, then Tom's... Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that's kind of our end of round 1, so to speak. Can we get a little score check-in from everybody?
I am at 201 points.
Heck yeah.
I am at...
Oh, sorry. What is 201 points?
There you go, there you go.
I'm not going to do that. I'm at 402 points.
402.
I'm at 101 Dalmatian points.
Fantastic. Alrighty, so moving on to our little round 2. Connor, you have control of the board.
We haven't heard any from the hosts with the most, so let's do that for 100.
This comedian takes on the role of Alex Trebek in the SNL parodies of Celebrity Jeopardy. Mitch?
I don't know why a thought came into my mind. I actually don't know.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna say I don't know why the first thing that came into my mind was Alec Baldwin, but then maybe the actor also plays Alec Baldwin. I don't know, but that's my guess. Who is Alec Baldwin?
That is incorrect. Alec
Okay.
Baldwin is in those skits, but he is not.
Okay.
Yeah. Connor?
Who is the eternal SNL game show host Kenan Thompson?
Ah, that is technically incorrect.
Because
John.
Kenan Thompson's the Black Jeopardy host. But I don't know who... I thought it was just going to come to me.
Oh,
I don't know. Who is Tom Cruise?
that is incorrect. Connor, I wrote this one for you. The answer is, who is Will Ferrell?
Oh,
Ferrell?
Will
Will
Ferrell.
Ferrell plays the... Kenan Thompson does the newer stuff, but in the classic Celebrity Jeopardies, Will Ferrell, Alex Trebek loves Will Ferrell's actually impression of him. But he did in 15 parody skits.
Wow.
My SNL viewership started in I would say early to mid 2010, so I was definitely not watching in the Will Ferrell
Yeah.
era.
I would give it to you, except the question was specifically about taking the role of Alex Trebek. So Kenan
That's
Thompson
fair.
does his own thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
understand.
unfortunate.
Yeah. So that one goes to no one. Connor, you still have control of the board.
All right. Let's go down the line to host with the mosts for 200.
In the 57-year run of the show, there have been this many hosts of the game. Mitch.
What are 8?
John.
What is 20?
And Connor.
What is 5 hosts?
That is, I'm giving it to Connor. The correct answer is what is 4 hosts.
Oh,
We have had
really?
the original
I know.
host, Art Fleming. the longtime host, Alex Trebek, of course, and the 2 new hosts who are currently sharing the role.
So you're not
guest
counting
hosts?
Yeah, you're not counting those times when like we cycle through hosts after Alex Trebek.
Guest hosts, they were not official
Boo.
hosts.
Oh, boo.
Yes. It was a little bit misleading, but
Did you say official hosts? I'm going to like argue on you.
I did not
Like,
say
with
official
the rules
hosts,
here.
but
Okay.
I couldn't find a count of like all of the guest hosts, so I didn't.
Sounds like
I
you
didn't
didn't
do
do your
that one.
research, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Connor, that is 200 points for you.
Excellent.
And you still control a board.
All right, let's finish it off. Host with the most for 300.
Alex Trebek came on stage without pants on for this special day. John,
What is April Fool's Day?
that is exactly correct. 300
Dang it.
points for
That's
you.
what I'm here for,
That's such an
baby.
easy 300.
yeah.
It's a fantastic 300. I'm not going to complain about it.
If you were wrong, I was going to say his birthday, but I don't know.
The birthday would have been a really
suit.
good one.
Jeopardy has actually had many hit April Fool's Day pranks, including switching hosts and soundtracks with their sister show Wheel of Fortune.
But
they kind of
but Pat
swapped his-
Sajak wasn't an official host, apparently.
Official host, yeah.
He wasn't. It was an April Fool's Day prank, not an official host.
I guess.
Unfortunately. Okay, John, that gives you control of the board.
All right, let's do many milestones for 100.
After 57 years of Jeopardy, this will be the number of the next season. So, like, what season is coming up? Connor,
What is 115?
John,
What is 75?
and Mitch.
What is 57?
Mitch, I have to give that to you. You're the closest. It was actually 38. What is 38 season?
What is 38?
What are their... What's
all
the
right.
run like?
Technically, there are more, but the show has been canceled twice. There was, like, Jeopardy, and then, like, Jeopardy comes back, and then now there's the modern one with Alex Trebek as the host, and that was the one that was counted in the season. So this is the 38th season.
Was that
coming up.
100? Was that 100 points?
That was 100 points.
Imagine canceling Jeopardy.
Yeah, it was canceled twice, and then it, like, ran for an insane amount of time.
Survived forever after that.
And it's still going. Yeah, it's a good show.
It's a classic.
Alrighty, Mitch, that puts you in control of the board.
All right, I'm going to do many milestones for 200.
The show has accumulated many awards, along with this many Emmys. Mitch,
What are 6?
John,
What is 10?
and Connor.
What is 20 Emmy Awards?
Connor, that one goes to you. The correct answer is what is 39 Emmy
Wow,
Awards?
that's a lot of
my
Emmys.
God.
39 Emmy Awards.
They're just giving Emmy awards to everyone, aren't they?
This is this is more
Get
than
'em on the
any
street.
other game show on TV. So they have the most Emmys out of any game show on TV. But when you've been
Fair
running
enough.
for like 57 years, I think you get them, right?
There you
That's
go.
don't
averaging
know
more than one per season.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
what
completely
the
true.
I don't know what the Emmy like categories are in depth or what they were for, but there's probably like a ton of stuff that they can just like best game show. They probably just win it every year. Or
Yeah,
something
I don't
like
know.
that. Well, Connor, that was to you, so you'll have control of the board, but that's our end of our round 2. So I'm gonna need someone to give us an ad break.
I think I will give a little public service announcement.
Go for it.
Thank you all for listening today. I would simply like to remind you to choose your words carefully when entering game shows, particularly Jeopardy. We've had many a point lost throughout the course of this game, the eternal run of this show. The 2 most important words that you could remember on this show are what is. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget these important words when you enter your own rounds of Jeopardy coming up.
Also, when you get an alert on your phone and it says that there's a tornado warning, make sure to go to the lowest point in your house, not near any windows.
Thank
Another
you for
good
that
one.
That's
I think we're just stating obvious things, right?
We've
We're just
definitely
stating obvious
saved-
things,
yeah.
right?
Of course, stuff that no one would ever forget.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Hey, we might have saved one person from a tornado.
Yeah, kids, stop, drop, and roll. Don't forget
Stop,
that.
drop, and roll. Don't go on red.
No shoes, no shirt, no
Look
service.
both ways.
Look both ways before you cross the street.
Don't talk
And
to
also-
strangers.
And never forget what is.
Yeah, what is when you're
Make
playing
sure
a
you leave the house
Jeopardy-like
with phone
game?
wallet keys and say what is. So many households can't afford what is this time of year.
No.
with only a donation of $1.
You could, with $1, you could give a child somewhere in the world, namely Connor Turner, the ability to say "what is" before answering the question.
You just doxed Connor too.
Well,
That's another one,
We're
John.
doing great. I just need to
Oh
retire.
my gosh.
They'll get that in post.
Alrighty, can we get a score check-in here at our little round 2 break?
I am at 601 points.
Nice.
I am at 702.
Ooh, close game.
I'm at 201. Not quite a close game, I would
And
say.
Mitch is
There are
here.
it's a lot of 300s left, Mitch. You could pull
It's
it.
anyone's
true.
game, really.
And with that, starting on round 3, Connor, you take control of the board.
I say we knock out the last 200. We've got gamers introduce yourselves for 200.
Contestants with this profession have had the highest combined earnings in the show's history. Connor,
What are teachers?
can you be more specific?
Ooh.
Dang. What are English teachers?
No, come on.
I'll go to the next one.
What are professors?
And John?
What are history teachers?
So I'm going to give that to Connor. The correct answer is what are high school teachers. So
Oh,
Mitch had kind of the
okay.
age thing right, but because Connor said teachers first, I'm going to give it to him.
Oh, come
So
on.
that's 200 points for Connor. High school teachers earn the highest, which is good for them.
That's actually
Followed-
surprising.
Followed by software
Good for
engineers, writers, and grad students.
Little do our contestants know that this was the fake answer. Looks like they were fooled this time.
Now, if only they earned the highest in the classroom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. I guess they need that Jeopardy money.
I guess the only way to have a good career path as a teacher is to win Jeopardy multiple times.
Win Jeopardy. Yeah,
Honestly.
that's sad, honestly.
That is
Yeah.
really sad. Okay, Connor, you control the board, sir.
All right, let's finish that one off. Gamers introduce yourselves for 300.
These numbers are banned for contestant wagers during the Daily Double and Final Jeopardy. I will give this to whoever gets the most of them. I will say there are 5. Connor, you're first.
I'm going to. So, do I say as many? How many do I say?
Say up to 5, or even more. I'm just saying there are 5 correct ones. Whoever gives me the most gets the points.
Okay. What is 69?
Watch your profanity.
What is 420 points?
Vape Nation.
What is 369 points?
What?
What is 0 points?
Nothing.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, John.
What are 69,
Watch your profanity.
420,
Vape Nation.
666, and 0?
Nothing.
And I don't have a 5th.
Okay, and Mitch.
What is 69,
Watch your profanity.
420,
Vape Nation.
68? Wait, couldn't I technically just say every number and get this right?
You need. Only
Okay,
5.
no, I
Okay,
I
he's
just
gonna limit
realized
you.
that.
Just start listing numbers. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Counting with
Sorry,
Mitch.
I wrote them down.
Oh, okay.
666 makes sense to me. Can't do 666. And then I know that what's that? I didn't want to like Google. I know this is a thing, but I don't know like the number. Is like I don't know the number, so I'm not gonna guess it. But I'm pretty sure there's like a number that's like associated with white supremacy, but I don't know what the number is. So I
no.
can't. I don't
You
know
know
it off the
what,
top of my
Mitch?
head.
I think
I
I'm
think
going
I
to give
know
that
that number.
to you, Mitch.
What's the number?
The correct answers
It's
are
88.
what are 69
Watch your
Okay.
profanity.
because the haha funny
Right.
sex
Yeah, the sex
haha,
number.
nice.
666
We all know the sex number.
the devil's number,
Okay.
1488 and 1488 all have white supremacist connotations.
Okay.
Because you gave me white supremacist connotations, I'm going to give you those points.
But you can
Let's
guess the weed number,
Vape
huh?
Nation.
Yeah, the
I
weed
guess
number
so.
is available for guess.
They let you guess the
But yeah,
weed number. Well, I'm
Mitch,
going
that
on
is-
Jeopardy. I'm guessing the weed
I'm
number
guessing
now.
the weed.
Exactly.
I'm trying to wager
Well,
the weed
it's
number.
a wager. Wagers,
Oh,
not
wager.
guesses. Yeah. So,
I mean, do they film in California because it is legal there?
yeah, maybe.
That is
I don't.
true.
Actually, I was gonna put the town we were going to as where they filmed, but I instead did Alex Trebek's hometown. So I actually don't know
He's
anymore.
Canadian. Bryce
He
is
is
never going to
Canadian.
let us live that
Oh,
down.
of course he is.
His first name is George. I was gonna do that as a question, but I thought none of you would get that.
And we
so
are
I
out of
didn't do
host
it.
questions, so we can't do
Yeah.
that.
Alrighty. So, Mitch, that's 300 points for you, and you have control of the board.
Let's do many milestones for 300.
This many total clues have been written for Jeopardy in the show's modern run. So the 38 or 37 modern seasons so far. John, you got it.
Okay. What are 2,500 clues?
Okay. Mitch?
What are 3,000 clues?
And Connor.
I think it's going to be north of like 18,000 clues.
Connor, you get those 300 points. The correct answer
God.
is, what are 436,709 clues?
Wow.
That's going to have to be the challenge question. There's not that many things to know in the world.
All clues are archived by fans online, which, fun fact, is like the best tool for contestant studying because Jeopardy doesn't give you any really study tools.
Yeah.
Think about it though. It's like 30-something years, 5 days a week. I have to 30 questions. No, it's 6 times 5. Yeah, so it's 60 questions, 61 because of the final Jeopardy. Like,
That's
per
horrific.
episode. That's insane.
I was trying to crunch those numbers and my brain only went so high. So.
Yeah. Hey, but you got it. You beat out everyone else. And that gives you control of the board. Got 2 more left.
I am not feeling smarter than a Jeopardy player, so I'm going to go behind the curtain for 300.
This piece of music is best known as Jeopardy's iconic theme song. What I'm looking for here is the title of the song. Mitch.
I think this is a trick question. I think the answer is Jeopardy theme song. What is Jeopardy theme song?
There you go. Connor?
What is Nerds Behind a Podium?
Nice. John?
I've never named a song in my life. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't think this has a name. I think this is just what ruptured into being along with Alex Trebek out of his mother's womb. I think this. I think it's unknowable.
Unknowable?
What is unknowable?
Unfortunately, none of those questions or none of those answers. I guess it is questions because it's Jeopardy. None of that is correct. The correct answer is what is Think. The song's called Think. This song was originally written by creator Merv Griffin as a lullaby for his son. It only took him less than a minute to write. And as of 2010, it's made $80 million in royalties.
Oh my god.
Imagine, what's the return? That's $80 million per second of work. I don't know.
That's terrifying.
What does it say about Jeopardy that they use a song for the hardest question of the game that it was originally intended to put a child to sleep?
Exactly.
They're out to get
Think.
you.
Well, and now it fills me with anxiety. It's just time running down at this point.
Speaking of our last question, the last question is, are you smarter than a Jeopardy player for 300? Here it is. The category for this one is hymns. A Christian hymn and a Jewish holiday hymn are both titled this. It's also the name of a 2009 Tony-nominated musical.
I physically can't think back to 2009.
Connor.
What is Hallelujah?
That is incorrect.
I have no idea.
I'm going to be so mad.
Absolutely no idea.
Jaden
John,
put this in
you got
here because he
something?
knew I'd be furious when I didn't get it.
Do you know this one?
I should, and I'm going to be so upset.
If none of you guys have a guess?
I have one.
Yes, Mitch?
What is Jesus Christ Superstar?
The folks of the Jewish faith
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really
Jesus
love that
Christ.
I know what I'm talking about. I know.
Yeah. John, you got one?
What is Kinky Boots?
No. You know what? Because this is the hardest, this is probably the hardest category and the hardest question in that category. I'll give everyone one more opportunity to answer, if they want.
I don't think my guess is
No.
going to get any better.
Okay. Then
No.
I won't.
I have no idea.
That is, unfortunately, nobody gets that. The correct answer is, what is Rock of Ages?
Ugh.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought that someone
I
would
wouldn't
get
have gotten that
Mhm.
one.
but
I don't know Rock of
No way.
Ages.
Unfortunate. Well,
I've heard of it before, but
I know
That-
it exists, but I don't.
yeah.
I don't think about it.
yeah.
that's all the questions on the board. I know I didn't do a double Jeopardy, but I didn't want to do 2 wager things. But that's all we got on the board. So now it's time for our final Jeopardy/challenge question round. Before we start that, can we get a quick score check-in?
I am at 1,101 points.
1101. John?
I'm at 702.
702. And Mitch?
501.
501. So Connor's currently in the lead.
Yep.
So I'm going to need all of you to write down right now your final wager and what you think the challenge question is. If you need me to, I can run through all the stuff because we've kind of been hopping around. But I'm going to have you all write it down and I'm going to ask you one by one. So you can wager up to as many points as you have. And yeah, you just gotta tell me which one's the challenge. Do you guys need the answers, or do you think you're good?
I would like to hear them again, please.
Wonderful. So, for host with the most, we have Will Ferrell, or who is Will Ferrell? What is 4 hosts of the game? What is April Fool's Day for Alex Trebek taking off his pants? What is 74 Ken Jennings winning streak? High school teachers have the most earnings. Numbers that are banned are 69, 666, 1488, 1488. Ostriches are written at joust. Hitler came to power 34 days before FDR and all that. Rock of Ages is the hymn and musical title. 5 episodes per day. 46 countries. Finally, many milestones. We have 38 seasons, 39 Emmys, and 436,709 clues. So, just let me know when you all have your answers. Boop, 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 boop. Whoever's editing this, you gotta use Think as much as you can.
It's gonna show up all the time.
It's gonna
Now
be everywhere.
is the time.
We have such large swaths of empty space here as like people are thinking.
It was gonna be perfect. I was so ready for that one.
Wait, what are we supposed to do?
Just let me know when you're done.
I'm ready. I'm done.
Oh, okay. Everyone ready?
All good.
Yep.
Fantastic. Then we will start with Connor.
I have wagered 300 points because that is enough to keep me ahead of John if he gets it wrong.
Nice.
And I have gone with Ken Jennings' win streak because I thought he maybe won more games than that. Like, I feel like he was just off the charts good at this game.
That is unfortunately incorrect. He has won more games than that. It's just his win streak is 74. He made it through 74 before losing.
Okay.
But he's come back and won plenty more games.
Because it's Ken Jennings.
Yeah, because he's the guy. Alrighty, John.
Alright, I'm wagering 420 points since I'm allowed to, I guess.
Nice.
And my challenge question is how many hosts there's actually been, because I hate you and I think you're wrong.
Well, unfortunately, that was not my challenge question, so you lose those points.
So bullshit.
Mitch?
Sorry, I used my phone, but I wagered 0 points, and I had no guess.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So, challenge question is, drumroll please.
I'm not doing that.
Challenge is the contestant profession with the highest net earnings out of everybody. The correct answer is what is attorneys, or what are attorneys?
Really?
Lame.
Attorneys are first, followed by software engineers,
Attorneys?
writers, and grad students. Yeah.
Oh, I guess
students
that makes
right
sense. You gotta like be able to remember a bunch of laws and
You got
nerdy
lawyers on
stuff
there.
like that. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
We still need to pay teachers more. That still stands.
that does still stand. And now that they're not actually getting the Jeopardy money.
I honestly, that makes sense though, because I even like questioned that in my head. I'm like, really? Like teachers? Okay.
Yeah. Well,
but I wanted it to be true.
Yeah.
None of you got the challenge question correct. I'm going to need those final scores. Connor?
I, including my losses, have finished with 801 points.
Nice. John?
I finished with 282.
And Mitch?
I somehow got second with 501.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Hey,
You held tight to the Rock
I
of
held
Ages.
tight.
still some of the highest scoring in Bus 1 history. Definitely not because I inflated the points for the Jeopardy game.
Yeah.
But
Definitely not.
congratulations.
I ended with 2.82 points.
Yeah. Congratulations to Connor, who is our winner of the Jeopardy episode.
Nice
and
job,
therefore
Connor.
we'll be staying on for the next one that we record immediately after this because you brought your 3 outfits of changing, right?
Oh, of course, I'm in my room.
Yeah,
I've got plenty of
because
clothes
the audience
around.
can definitely see
We're
us right
set.
now.
This is our one-time shtick, but thanks for coming along for my little messing with the rules on the Jeopardy episode. I hope you had fun. Looks like we've rolled into the station here, and that's all the time we have. Thanks for riding Bus 1, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, where's my $5 million?